Hello, everyone.
Hey everyone, today we are going to be rehabbing a N64 controller. So let's show this off here. This is a 25-year-old piece of technology that we enjoy very much. Um, and it's old, and we bought this from eBay purposefully to say, give us kind of a broken one that doesn't work very well and that has sort of a loose stick. And we're going to replace the key moving parts in this controller. There are three moving parts to a controller. The first, of course, is the stick. The second is the cord. And then the third are all the silicone that go into the buttons. So let's go forth and start fixing this.
Well, we actually, this is our second one, and, our first one was a lot more dirty, so this one is not all that dirty. All we need to look out for is corrosion on this.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take all the screws off, and Eddie, I want you to be the screw keeper. And with the screws, one thing you got to keep in mind while you're doing this is that there are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws, and then there are 2 other screws here in the data port where you put your rumble pack or save pack. However, those screws are a lot smaller, and they won't work if you put those in here, and these screws won't work if you put them in here. So we're going to have to keep those separated, right, Eddie?
Yes.
All right. So that's
Like
3.
these.
Yep.
So, we're using a magnetic screwdriver right here.
Yeah, I actually have a story about the screwdriver. Do you think I should tell a story about the screwdriver, guys?
Yes.
So this is a screwdriver that I bought when I was your age, Eddie. And what I used it for is my friend and I took apart G.I. Joe action figures. All right, so now we got 2 screws here and here that we're going to take out.
Yes.
So we took apart G.I. Joe guys and replaced what was more or less a washer. Like a little 5-cent rubber washer that kept the G.I. Joe guy together. Maybe we'll make a video about that. We still have some of those G.I. Joe guys hanging around here.
Yeah, we have some broken ones.
Oh, then we can actually do a fixing video. So this screwdriver was like $2 at the time. That was more than 25 years ago. And the washers were 5 cents, and we charged people like $5 to fix the G.I. Joe guys. So that is the worth and value of knowledge. If you can do something others can't, you can actually make money doing it. Okay,
So here are the fin screws that go into the data port.
Yeah, camera's up there.
Like, they're very small, and
Yep. So we want to keep those separate. So put those in a slightly different pile. There we go. All right. Are we ready to take this apart?
yes.
Okay.
We also noticed that the wire thing's also busted.
Yeah, so let's sort of show them the wire thing here. So, you know, even the handle's busted, and we want to replace the whole cord. I consider the cord of anything a moving part. All right, so here is the bottom of the controller. We see it's got the trigger right there. The trigger's actually kind of in here in a pretty precarious way. I don't know if I want to take it out. So we're going to leave that in here.
Yeah, because that button's mainly used for, like, in Star Fox to do the barrel roll.
And then here is the other side, and see, this is the circuit board and the data port and the cable, and we see how these are the silicone bits that the buttons press, and these are all dusty and gross and old.
Yeesh.
Okay, so next part is we got to remove the stick. This black thing here is the stick. So let's take this out, and those are 3 silver screws. And the other screws are probably silver at 1.2. It's just they've been torn up a bit. So we're going to make a third pile of screws of the trigger silver ones. Take that one. And there's another one.
If you're doing this for your very first time, it's probably good to have another controller out for future reference. But this is our second time doing this, so
Yeah. And we'll talk about the buttons in a second, because the buttons are kind of interesting. That they, as I have taken apart and put these together, I think about folks working in a Nintendo shop, building these things, and sort of all the things that were done to make sure people can build these things quickly and accurately. So let's take this out. Am I missing anything? I don't think so.
wire.
Wire's coming off. Okay. So here we have the circuit board, right? These are all the contacts that get activated when you press a button.
Here's the chip.
And then this is the computer chip. The circuit board is actually a lot like your brain, in that when you smell things, when you touch things, when you see things, they're kind of pressing little bits on your brain, and that sends signals to the part of your brain that thinks and processes information. So this is actually kind of a cool little thing. All right, so we're going to do a couple of things. We got to take the stick off, and then we got to take the cord off. So let's see the cord here. Can you hand me the new cord? I just want to see what I'm up against here. Okay, so here's the new cord. Okay, so it looks like you actually have to, we may have to do some soldering, because it looks like the cord, it's not a plug. The cord is in here, and I'm not entirely sure we want to replace the cord. What do you think, Eddie? Because this whole blue part, sorry, this whole blue part here is represented in this thing. And so I want you to, Edison, I need you to remember something. We want to notice that the red, there's two white and the red is closest to the, bless you.
Sorry.
The red is closest to the data port, just to make sure we get the order. So red away from stick. So I don't know. I'm a little worried about taking this off.
Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to mess.
Yeah, we have to resolder it.
Do we have any soldering tools?
We do actually, but
we might have to desolder it.
It would be these three little guys here. You know what? We're gonna leave the stick on. We're gonna leave the cord as is for now. Okay. Maybe we can replace the plug, but we'd have to think about how to do that. Okay. All right. So, are we decided? We're gonna leave the cord on.
So we have encountered a problem.
But yeah, but I think we have a solution. The other thing is, notice here that these cords, the white one is closest. So white near the stick. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start taking off the silicone. So let's take this guy off. Throw it out. And we have this guy. Throw it out. And there's the trigger silicone. Throw it out. And then, all right, let's unplug this. Yes. There we go. And then the only other thing keeping this stick in here is this little circuit board. We're going to take that off. Like that. There we go.
There's a circuit board.
So here's the circuit board.
So I took out the silicone on on the buttons, and I'm starting to replace them right now.
Well, actually, we have to clean it, don't we? Yeah, we have to wash the buttons and the controller. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to go do that. But before we do, let's take a look at.
Yeah, this one is a little more or less.
So one thing I want you to notice with the buttons here is there's these little notches that you can see around where the buttons, and they're unique to each button. That's to help the factory workers, when they're building this thing, build them quickly to make sure they get the right ones in the right holes. So we are going to take this to the sink and wash it. So we're gonna pause the video. All right, we're back. We're clean.
All clean.
We're all clean. All right, so next part is
the buttons.
We have to put the buttons back in. And like I said, each button has a unique pattern of notches, so we can make sure that we get the buttons in the right notch, right? And so let's see. That one's easy. Well, actually, no, it's not. Because see, this has the one notch right there, right? And so it's got to go right here. Very precise. So let's do the start button. And see, you gotta twist it around just right so it's not upside down. And why don't you just take it off and just try to put it back in. There you go. All right. Hand me A. And A is this one, right? So, well, we'll find out. So I see this one. There we go. Well, I'll put the silicone on that one. Alright. Hand me B, which I believe is red. No, it's green. Alright, and so put that there, the notches. And then the series of C buttons. Why don't you hand me one of the C buttons? Alright.
They each have to go into their specific notches.
Yep. That's how we make sure.
How are you supposed to put in a...
There we go. Put that one there. That one's good right there. Okay. Hand me another C.
We gotta get a C below you.
Okay, good. This one looks fairly like this. And then let's see. Corners. Another C. Alright, and then we'll put the bumpers on in a second. Alright, so let's put this over here for now. Oh, yeah, we should put the silicone on. Silicone looks like it goes like this.
So, if you see here that we're replacing the silicone on top, but that one doesn't go on the controllers.
Yeah, it's alright, because we're going to put the circuit board on top of here. So let's put this over here for now.
We're going to have to replace the stick.
Yeah, so next is the stick. So here's this, and the stick.
Right over here.
Alright, this stick is different than the N64 stick. This is a GameCube style stick, which works well for most games. I'm having a little trouble using it well for the GoldenEye, but we'll see. Okay, so white is by the stick. So let's get this in here. I had a little trouble doing this.
Having a little trouble with GoldenEye?
Yeah, let's put this like this. May need the other tool. Where's the other tool?
This?
Oh, yeah, that one. Okay.
This is a desoldering?
No, I don't know. This tool I use for all sorts of crazy stuff. Cleaning out iPhone data ports to putting in batteries in a Galaxy class Enterprise. This always takes one. We're going to pause. Okay, the buttons feel a lot better. The silicone was off a little bit, and now we have our fixed N64 controller.